Hey y'all. I thought that I would try to share some relationship tips with you. That's helped Paul and I over the last 25 years. Before we got married, he told me something that's really important. He said, if you want to stay married forever, this is what we have to do. Don't share any of our business with your side of the family. Don't share any of our business with my side of the family, and we will be together forever. And this is something that we did. We never shared our business with either side of the family, and we didn't have any kind of outside influences suggesting this and suggesting that, and about our marriage, and we was able to work through things. And the first 5 years of the relationship is the hardest, because you're not only getting to know each other, but you're bringing in all the garbage that into the relationship that you have built up. And some of us had dumpsters full of garbage. I did. And I remember him putting a stop to something that I really loved in the beginning of our relationship. My family always went to the store and bought an Enquirer magazine. And we loved that magazine. We looked forward to it every week. We would pass it around. And those of you that don't know what an Enquirer is, it's the Hollywood Gossip magazine. And when Paul and I got together, that's the first thing I wanted to buy when we got paid. I wanted to go get one. And he's like, after he let me do it the first couple of times. But then he started looking through it himself, and he's like, this is trash. He said, we're trying to clean the trash out of you, not put more back in you. He said, we need to stop this. This is money that's going down the drain. And he said, you don't need this, And so we stopped that. I was mad at first, but then I thought to myself, I got this hot guy, and he cares about me. And I'm just going to let him take charge in this situation, And he got rid of that magazine, we stopped buying it, and that's compromising in the relationship. The first 5 years you hold grudges, Some of us hold grudges for all our lives, but you're learning each other in the first 5 years, really. He brought up my past, I brought up his past. We threw things in each other's face, called each other names, and it's very important to forgive, and forgive right away if you can, and that's the hardest part right there is a lot of relationships, they hold the grudges, they have unforgiveness, they bring up the past. We're all going to make mistakes in our relationship. That's how you get stronger, I honestly can say that I have never done anything to break Paul's heart, and because I just treasured my marriage so much, and I guess that in my self-esteem used to be so low that I was just honored to have somebody that actually loved me and cared about me. That's the way I used to think, and that's a horrible way to think because, thank God I got somebody that never hurt me because my self-esteem was low enough to where anybody probably could have come in my life and gave me all these promises and stuff, and I might have believed them, and just to get away, but anyways, forgive, don't hold grudges, and don't bring up the past, and wait 15 seconds before you say anything to each other if you're mad at each other. That's really important. When you're mad, you tend to spew out things out of your mouth that are like daggers to the heart. And you might forget those things, but the person that you are yelling at or screaming at or saying ugly things to, they don't forget. Especially if they're women. Women do not forget, anything. I tell my husband that all the time. I remember everything. I don't like it's in the back of my mind, but I still remember things. You know, words hurt. They can either hurt you or help you. You know, and if you don't have anything nice to say, you know, then don't say anything at all. You know, and intimacy in a relationship is very important. You know, the number one thing that I've learned in a man's that a man needs is sexual fulfillment. And you as a wife are the only one that can give that to him. You know, that's your responsibility to please your husband. You know, whether you're mad at him or not, don't use sex as a weapon, you know, you're not getting none tonight if you don't do this. Don't do that to him. Because that is something, if you hold that against him or keep that from him, he'll go somewhere else. You know, he'll go get it from somebody else. You know, and that's the last thing that you want is an affair out of this. You know, you always fulfill your husband's needs. You know, and same with you, men. You know, you be nice to her. Be sweet and kind to her. Cover her with love, compliments. You know, do things for her. Help her with the dishes. Help her with the housework. Help her with the children. You know, you go overboard with her. You treat her like a queen and she will treat you like a king. You know, if Paul didn't do everything he did for me, you know, I might be lacking in the bedroom myself, but, you know, we make it work, you know, and you got to have the intimacy, you know, that's a release for you, you know, that helps. You know, I know some of you are like, she's having a video on this. It's natural. You know, you're husband and wife. It's something that you're supposed to do together. It brings each other pleasure. It's love. You know, it's nothing nasty and dirty. You know, it's something that you know, God made you that way. You're supposed to be intimate with each other. That's your duty as husband and wife. You know, to love each other and show that love to each other. That's something that I've never did. I've never, you know, used sex as a weapon, you know, like got mad at him and just was ugly to him in that way. You know, and you know, there's a lot of things that I can go into, but, you know, that ain't for film, you know, for this video anyways, but don't let outside influences tell you anything about your relationship, especially if they've been divorced several times or they go from one boyfriend or girlfriend to the other boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, or whatever. If they hop around, you know, you don't want stuff from them. You don't want information from them type of people. You know, that ones that's already screwed up and then they're going to try to screw you up. You know, I have learned over the years that I don't want to be friends with single women. You know, I've tried that, to be really close to single women, unless I know them and I know, you know, about them and stuff, because they can be wicked, they can be vicious, you know, they want what you have. And they'll do everything they can to try to destroy your marriage. I had a lady one time, Paul was working third shift and he had a couple of females working on his job with him. And my friend would try to convince me that my husband, oh yeah, he's messing around and everything, you know, and I would get so mad, you know, because of the things that she was putting in my head. This was in like the first 5-10 years of our marriage, you know, and I would get so mad, and when he would come home, I would lash out at him. And I did this for about a week, and he's like, Chris, what is wrong with you? You know, he goes, what is going on? And I was like, so-and-so told me that her husband had an affair on her, and that I shouldn't trust you and everything. And you know what he did? He put a stop to that relationship. He cut that friendship off. I never was friends with her again. her and her husband are divorced now, but just because her husband had an affair doesn't mean that your husband's going to have an affair on you or your wife's going to have an affair on you. Don't let other people influence your relationship. You know, get people in your life that'll lift your relationship up, lift you up. Lift them up. But be careful of who you confide in, because your pain can become their pleasure. That's very important in a relationship. Don't get on the phone and badmouth your husband or your wife. Don't make them look bad in the eyes of others. Because if you know that you're going to get back with them, it makes you look really bad when you're getting back with somebody that you had made look bad. Just be careful in that area. Always make them look good. Always lift them up. No, none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. But, if you two are one flesh, you're married together and you're one flesh, and you should always try to protect each other. Stick up for each other, guide each other, lead each other. You men that are not fulfilling your wife's needs, that's wrong. You are wrong, because she needs satisfied too. She has desires on the inside of her. She's your gift. You need to reach out and do what you can to salvage your marriage. Take care of her. Treat her good. Don't be ugly to her. Don't call her names. Don't bring up her past. Don't be mean to her. Don't do that to her. She's got a heart, and but anyways, I just wanted to share some marriage tips with you. I hope it helped you. I hope I didn't get too deep, but these are things that's helped us, and we've been together 25 years, so we've never split up, never had 911 called on us, so they work. Hope y'all have a good day. Love y'all. Bye.